На самом деле предыдущего эпизода никогда не было. Как, спросите вы, ведь он был, а вот не было. Могущественная рука Сейва отбросила меня в прошлое, вырвала из замка и перенесла сюда, на палубу летающего корабля. И квест этот не провален, и мне надо поговорить с доктором Ли. Что я сейчас и делаю. Доктор Ли?
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
Ну ладно, пока. Подожди, а почему тогда появился? Ага.
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Потому что мы хотим уничтожить мир. Нет, я все перепутал. Потому что мы хотим спасти мир.
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
And we want to stop.
Мы должны всех убить, чтобы всем стало хорошо.
Superiority as a weapon.
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face.
А у меня что, есть Brotherhood of Steel uniform?
It sounds like
У меня
you actually
Marine
mean
armor.
it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
Проктор от слова
I know this
проктолог.
may sound like a strange question, but tell me, what do you think about Scribe Halen?
Scribe Halen? Why? Is something wrong with her?
No, not at all. Halen's doing well. I simply wanted to talk to you about her, but I wanted to know what you thought of her first.
She seems a bit rough around the edges, but nothing that would interfere with her duties.
That's good to know. But I wasn't looking for an evaluation of her performance as a scribe. I wanted to know what you thought of Halen as a person.
So there is a heart beating under all that armor after all.
I suppose I deserve that. I just don't normally find these discussions easy to handle, so I try to avoid them at all costs. The truth is, I'm worried about her. Since you and I are getting along so well, I felt like I could confide in you about it, to get your honest opinion.
She seems to be able to handle herself. Why are you worried?
Helen is a model scribe. This has nothing to do with her capabilities in the field. A few months before you found us, one of my men was shot multiple times by raiders. Halen stayed by that knight's side for 2 days straight, without sleep, fighting to keep him alive. But he was on a slow decline. I decided that his suffering needed to end, and ordered Halen to administer an overdose of painkillers, so he could die with dignity. Even though I'm certain she wanted to continue fighting for that knight's life. She injected him without question.
It sounds like she was simply following your orders.
Of course she was. Halen's never been insubordinate. But the decision whether or not to ease that soldier's suffering isn't the point here. The point is what happened later that same evening. Halen approached me while I was on watch. She didn't say a word, but I could tell something was wrong. After what felt like an eternity, she collapsed into my arms, crying. I didn't know what to do, so I just held her for a while. A few minutes later, she stopped, kissed me on the cheek, and simply said, "Thank you," before heading back into the police station. Right then it hit me. Maybe I pushed her too hard. I ordered her to ignore her instincts, to do something her medical training told her was wrong. That's why I'm worried about her, and for that matter, everyone under my command.
Come on, Dance. What is it you're really worried about here?
I don't know. Look, 4 soldiers. Over half of my team are gone. Each one of them died because of decisions that I made. I understand the risks that come with the job. We all do. But how can anyone have confidence in me anymore? Hell, how can I have confidence in myself?
Would it make you feel better if I told you that I believed in you?
Actually, it does. Well, it looks like things have taken a turn. I signed up to be your sponsor, so I teach you everything that I know. But it looks like I'm the one that needed the lesson today. All joking aside, I'm pleased that we had this discussion. And with all the problems you're facing, you still took the time to listen. It's comforting to know that I can speak to you as more than just your commanding officer.
Не будет этого, не будет.
I'm here anytime you need me, Dance.
Good. I may take you up on that someday. Anyway, thanks for letting me get that off my shoulders. I think it's been weighing on me more than I realized. I'm only sorry you had to see me at my worst, instead of at my best.
To be frank, I don't agree with Father's decision, but I'll accept it.
Это потому что ты сумасшедшая. Интересно, вот если я убью тебя и съем твою печень, я смогу вот это иметь неразрушаемую арму? Так, просто спрашиваю.
Well, now, wonder. Well, come back when you've got the time.
Если спрыгнуть бодро вниз, ту-ту-ту-ту-ту-ту, с корабля летучего, то разобьешься очень быстрым, ту-ту-ту-ту-ту-ту, и превратишься в лужицу.
I'm proud to be serving under Elder Maxon. I had enough of lying.
Мя-мя-мя-мя. Бостон аэропорт. Полетели. Ты выше, что ли, меня?
Unless you like getting radiation.
Или просто на каблуках?
I'd stay away from ferals.
Proctor.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core.
Подожди.
I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without
У меня
overloading.
глюки, что ли?
If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Ты же это, только что была наверху и уже переодеться успел. Я только прыгнул вниз.
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the
Батенька, зачем ты толкаешься?
We're working with one of
Ха-ха, у тебя
Prime's
же ног
original
нет.
designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
What do
Sure.
the actuators do?
Pretty simple, really. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
То есть мне надо один, что ли, найти?
If you find any
Так, а
technical
ну-ка я проверю у себя, что это, как его, скакать-то. Я вроде находил когда-то магнит.
documents, you should.
Ну-ка. Ну вот у меня есть одна штучка.
Humans, not many super mutants.
Нет, мне надо не Руинс, мне надо аэропорт. Руинс это где Гулов этот пас. Сюда что? На эту площадку, где я тут уже это... Темнота как... Так, ну же мне не надо ничего. Вот эти все вещи-то. Так, это я забрать не могу. Стоп, я уже все забрал, что ли? Ну да. Блин, у меня аж 8 магнитов. Откуда так много-то, елки зеленые? 8 магнитов, ничего себе. Раз, два, три, 4. Устроит? О, устроит. Поговорить со штучкой. Где ты? Прыг. Ну.
Ingram?
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
Ну. И чё?
What's Prime armed with?
Prime has 2 weapon systems, his eye laser and his nuke pack. The eye laser can target a hostile from hundreds of yards out and take it down with pinpoint accuracy. His nukes are modified Mark 28 nuclear bombs. They used to drop the things from bombers during the war. Just one of the nukes is equivalent to about 3 or 4 Fat Man shells. Basically, whatever it hits isn't getting up again. His eye laser is almost ready to go, but without nukes to load into his pack, he's fighting at less than half his capability.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just tell me where they are.
I wish I could. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs, the same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's air force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
She's right.
Of course she's right. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
Мое любимое место.
I'll head out there immediately.
Good, because that's exactly what we're asking you to do. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up, and you can say hello. Good luck, Knight.
Так, засейвимся. Засейвимся. А в это время в параллельной вселенной минутмены нападают на институт. Чё от меня хотите?
To be frank, I don't agree with Father's decision, but I'll accept it.
Это где мне говорить-то, пардон? А, здесь. Там новая точка появилась, что ли, типа, на карте.
We're taking too many rads. We need to move out.
Да нормально, что это радиация, да всего ничего. Чё так переполошился?
Hold up. People being small.
А, вот.
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
Thanks, Halen. I assume the place is still in one piece.
We're doing the best that we can. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
That's not surprising. After all, it's in good hands.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
Окей.
Doesn't sound too difficult.
Ah, no. Not at all. You're only heading back into the most inhospitable place in the entire Commonwealth. Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
Все, можно идти. Куда идти? Ну, в эту, да, где я был уже. Сент-Дил Сейф.
This is a bomb disposal facility.
Не. Это тут другой фасилити. Здесь делали мороженое.
Converted into a launching silo as well.
Пик. Ладно.
Feeling a bit nostalgic?
Угу. Подождите, так это ж... Это ж ничего не нарисовано, никто никаких демонов не вызывает. Это же тень падает просто от фонаря. Ёлки-палки. Ну-ка. Что здесь? Двери открылись, да? Прекрасно. Чего я жму, господи? А здесь-то что? А здесь-то что? Не, ну это, наверное, наверх опять ехать. Я не хочу ехать наверх. Он стрелочками показывает, вниз надо идти. Стрелочками показывает вниз. Гул, что ли? где ты? Крысы, акулы, всякая ерунда. Так, сюда. Ха-ха-ха, сюда. Куда сюда-то? Сюда не пройдешь. Тогда, может, сюда? Так, а чё вы дохлые-то уже? Я же вас не убивал еще. Так, так, чё я беру? Ну что, путь-то, в общем, только хотел сказать путь один, и тут же их стало два. А здесь что? Ну-ка, для XP. Поспать. О! А ты кто? Child of Atom, а вы что тут делаете? Кстати, если так подумать, то вообще самое логичное место, куда бы им надо это. Склад атомных боеголовок. Естественно.
Got it.
Они ж поклоняются атому. Ну. Такой здоровый. Что там у тебя за пенетрейтинг хантинг райфл? Ну пофигу. Кстати, глаз мне тоже не хватало, по-моему, как-то. Вандерглу так все время не хватает. О, уже близко, 40 метров, что-то там. Опять же два пути. Живой? Нет. А ты? А ты был живой. Так, ну это тупик, на самом деле. Это тупик. А чё ты не добил-то? Вот забавно. Кто-то вообще в другой локации убивает, мне дают очки. Этот паладин со мной ходит, убивает, мне не дают XP. А логика? Не вижу логики. Если только это не генерируется случайным образом, и тогда да, есть логика. О, лифт, что ли? Так, а меня не раздают, если так наверх, я что-то мне сыкотно, смотри. Раздавил его запросто. Кстати. Ух ты, здоровый какой. Что такой здоровый-то? Мутант Слэйр, что? Ну да, прикольно там продать за сотку, если бы я продавал что вообще. Ну так, конечно. Ага, не надо. Так, а куда это? Ну-ка. Может, отсюда мне выходить надо будет вот так вот по этому пути? Подожди, тут закрытые ворота, что ли? Еще один Child of Atom. Интересно. То есть это не случайно тут было. Так, там кто-то есть. Секундочку. Браза Хенри, елки-палки.
Hi.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
It's all right, brother. I am a child of Atom.
Братан, все хорошо.
I'm part of a church up north, the Nucleus. near a town called Far Harbor.
Far Harbor. You've seen Adam's
Bahama.
holy veil, but you have traveled so far. I apologize. I will not keep you from finishing your pilgrimage. Take this, and prepare to enter his inner sanctum. Follow the brilliance of the glow, and it shall lead you to the relics. May Adam's radiance warm your soul.
Угу. То есть все нормально. Как бы...
Let's see what we found.
Никаких претензий ко мне нет. Отлично.
If you're interested,
А вот
I found a piece of
терминал с
armor.
паспортом, который он мне только что дал. Открыть. Так, а где-то там еще это... Контроль турели надо выключить, мало ли. Так, деактивировать. Да, вот не вон ворот-то открыть. Не было у меня силы убеждения. Пришлось бы тебя убить. Но она у меня есть.
Why are you bothering with that junk?
А, вон там что. Так. Пол-1. Ну куда пошел-то?
Paladin Dance.
Now that this site's been secured, you should return to the airport immediately. I'll remain on watch until the vertebrates arrive.
Is that really necessary?
Absolutely. Elder Maxon's orders were quite clear. I'm not to take my eyes off these bombs until every one of them has been counted, tested, and loaded. If we want Liberty Prime to reach peak fighting efficiency, we can't afford to lose this stockpile. Dismissed, Knight.
Ну ладно. Так, у меня только вопрос такой, я вот засейвлю даже. Вот этот лифт меня поднимет наверх или нет? Потому что если не поднимет, я отсюда загружусь. Юпи, поехали. Где это я? Уже выход, прям непосредственно. Вообще прекрасно. Вообще прекрасно. А, я в или в досягаемом? Нет, в досягаемом. Нет, не досягаемом. А, нет, досягаемым с помощью брони, кстати, досягаемым. Броней. Ой, нифига, тут 13 радиации. Вы что, обалдели? Ну-ка, стоп. Так, это мне вот на самолете надо. Ну что? Полетели. Ничего себе, тут радиация.
Hail, Knight.
Здоров, чувак. Так, секунда. Такое дело сделали. Не хочу ничего переделывать больше.
Proctor.
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
I have full confidence in the abilities of everyone here.
I appreciate that.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
Ми. Так, активирую. А, вот он. Ух ты.
Liberty Prime, back online.
All right, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems, nominal. Weapons, hot. Warning, nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning, power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
I've got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
What was that he said about his power core?
Prime's in top shape, but his nuclear engine needs to be restarted. Right now, we have him running off of the Pridwin's engines. Once I get that sorted out, we'll send him off to kick in the Institute's front door. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
This wasn't necessary, Ingram.
Come on. You earned the damn thing. Besides, Liberty Prime isn't about to run out and get you a gift. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Pridwin. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
Так, Liberty Reprimed закончен.
I have some
Отлично.
important work to do, if you'll excuse me.
На этом законченное видео мое.
We need to win this war.